The Million Dollar Agency, how we prospect and find new clients and sell our services. Let's jump on in. First, what is an e-commerce business? Let's understand what that is just at a high level. An online business that produces products that sell through a store, right? And these can be either physical products or digital goods. Some of our stores are selling gift cards and things like that as well. So it's not always a physical product. There are other digital things that you can definitely look at as well. There are several types of store technologies. Shopify is one of the more popular platforms to use. And why is it so popular? It's because of the plugins. There's literally an app for everything inside of there. So building and maintaining a custom store can be very expensive, and managing a Shopify store can be much less expensive because the apps and so forth are already developed. As an app developer, I can definitely tell you that it becomes very expensive to develop apps, and a lot of the Shopify apps are even free, so you can plug those right into the store and leverage those apps to do more work in less time, helping to grow revenue and doing all sorts of great things for your clients. That's why we love Shopify. It's a platform that you don't really have to worry about. Other platforms out there are like WooCommerce, and you have to manage a WordPress account, and pages can break and things can break, whatever. I don't like it. I like Shopify. It's all in one place, so forth. So if Shopify is so easy, then why are marketers in such high demand? Why do they need us? So many stores struggle with conversion rate, and I'll explain conversion rate a little bit more in a second. And also they struggle with traffic sources. We were actually looking at a brand today that was performing at under a 1% conversion rate. And that's really bad. That means that 1% of the store traffic is converting to a sale, and you should definitely try to be much higher. 4% is a better place to aim for. And running a profitable sports store can be very difficult for people, and that's why so many stores are not profitable. So conversion rate under 4%, not good. That's percentage of visitors or the number of visitors to sales is what gives you that conversion rate, right? So if you have 100 visitors to the store and 4 of them make a purchase, 4% conversion rate, right? If you have 100 visitors to the store and you get 1 sale, 1% conversion rate. The person we were talking to today had a 0.2%, which means, my math serves me right, that's 500 store visitors and 1 sale, which is really not good. Out of 500 store visitors, you're either sending the wrong traffic, or they're not finding what they want, or the site doesn't look professional, or whatever the case might be. There's something there that needs to be fixed, and get that up to 4%. So for the same 500 visitors, you'd end up seeing closer to 20 sales and not 1 sale, which, traffic can be expensive as you're paying for advertising. So definitely that's really important. Also, stores have a very low AOV, which is the average order value. So you want to take a look at that to see what that looks like, and imagine, increasing the conversion rate and then increasing the average order value, which means that people are spending more money per transaction. You're getting more transactions per visit. Then you really have a profitable business, and you can really, help scale that business and scale the revenues, and hopefully benefit from that as an agency. Stores are not maximizing all traffic opportunities from sources. Latest report that we were looking at is there was, out of 2.6 million Shopify stores, 700,000 are using Facebook and have the Facebook pixel installed. So that means that, there's a potential of 2 million or so, 1.9 million stores that are not using the Facebook pixel. So that's an opportunity. And then out of that, a lot of those people that are using the Facebook pixel aren't using the TikTok pixel or Google Shopping. So those are just traffic sources, and those are things that we can identify. And I'll explain to you exactly how to identify those in a moment. Many stores are not set up to look professional like a brand. People like to do business with people that they trust, and you definitely want to have that set up to where they're able to transact and feel confident that they're transacting with the brand. And just having professional looking imagery can make a huge difference. So let's jump in and talk about what makes a store professional. Photography. Photography is one of the best things. I think maybe I was supposed to put like a little image there or something in this, and I didn't. So yeah, the white store does not look professional, right? Organize store collections and navigation. If it's really hard for them to navigate around, somebody coming to your store for the first time might click one or two things to look around. If they can't find what they're looking for off of one or two clicks, they're gone. They might not ever come back. You might be retargeting them with ads to, come back, and you're continuing showing them ads, and you're just blowing money because your store is not optimized. The collections are not easy to find. Navigation's not easy to find. Then once you do start making some sales, you want to have those on-site upsells, cross-sells, offers, and promotions to make people feel like they're getting a great deal. Tons of, different things that you can do throughout the year. In Q4, it's incredible to, push on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. If you're not set up and optimized for that, you're probably missing out on a large majority of revenue. So it's a great time to win some business and some new clients around Q4 to let them know what you can do for them. Keeping the store fresh with the latest offers. That's keeping the homepage updated. A lot of people will go to the homepage, and you want to make that homepage, updated. So each time they come, they're seeing something unique and something great and something fun and exciting, and it'll make them want to start coming back regularly. So we like changing out collections on the homepage and changing out different products, and showing products that are maybe seasonal or, something like that might, stand out. Like you don't want to have, sweaters in the middle of summer if you're selling in some place that's hot, right? So you might want to have the products reflect what's going on in the world, for example. All right, analyze product sales to maximize the product interest. So if you have some products featured on the homepage, they're not selling, cycle them out. Or, take a look at what some of the best products are and put those higher on the page so they'll see those first if they're, something that is selling. So definitely analyzing your product sales is very important. Then site load speed, we'll go ahead and say that this guy is waiting for the store to load and, waiting an infinite time. Right out of the box, Shopify installs all this code, and it's optimized at about a 61% of load speed of what it could be. And you could speed that up to 90%, and a percentage of the traffic that's coming to the store is going to check out at a higher rate just by speeding up the site load speed. And we have a guy that does that for us and absolutely crushes it. We see an increase in revenue every time he does it. And also being optimized for mobile devices. This guy's still waiting for it to load. It's still not loading. Over 75% is on mobile device. Some stores are 80 or 80+% on mobile devices. 100% you need to be optimized for mobile devices. Like, what does your store look like on a mobile device? Like, definitely Shopify out of the box looks good, but there's some tweaking that you can do to make sure that it loads really nice on mobile devices. And these are things that store owners really don't focus on. At least new store owners don't understand this. So coming in and showing them some really cool stuff and, having a nice presentation to show them like before and after will definitely win some clients for you really, really easily. So hiring in-house marketers can be expensive. So let's think about this. Like, why is somebody going to outsource all this work? It's really expensive to hire in-house marketers. Not to mention, in some cities, it's really hard to find specific people that have this, core talent. So if you're looking in areas, maybe in the Midwest or maybe in small towns, they might not be able to find that in-house talent to have them come in. So these people are looking for you and me to come in and solve these problems. So stores making about $5 million per month have full-time office workers. Not to mention, people in their warehouse and office managers and accountants and this and that and managers and Let them handle their operations. I'm talking about marketers, right? Each salary of a marketing professional starts at about $50K a year. Get somebody really good, they're going to want like $150K a year, like to run ads and, do things like that for you. And you don't always want to be turning over people because it takes about 60 days to get somebody onboarded into your brand and then 30 to 60 days for them to prove that they can do a great job. That's like 2 quarters, half the year blown just trying to figure out if they're going to be a good fit for you. So definitely that could be very expensive. Here's a list of different jobs that e-com store owners will hire for. They'll have one website manager, multiple graphic designers, perhaps some for on-site, some to do retouch on photography, some to do, ads and, optimize ads for multiple platforms and, different things like that. So it can have like 2, 3, 4 graphic designers. Copywriters, there will typically be 1 or 2 copywriters. Photographers, again, typically 1 or 2 photographers. Videographers, 1 or 2 again. And then editors to edit the photos and the videos. An ads manager, sometimes there's just one ads manager, or if you have an ads manager on Facebook and one on Google and one on Pinterest and one on TikTok and one on each one of these platforms, that can get really, really expensive. So, you say, $5 million a month. You can hire all these people and manage this, but, typically you're looking at about $2 million a year in salaries just to do that. Now, the company that isn't making $5 million a month can't necessarily afford $2 million a year in salaries because, let's face it, they're making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. They're not going to come out of pocket on all these salaries, let alone one salary, let alone all of them. So that's why we like to come in and say, hey, listen, we'll team up. We have all these people that, we can deploy inside your business when we need them. You don't have to pay at all. Just pay me a percentage of the revenue, which is my pitch and, like how I like coming forward. Just pay me a percentage of the revenue and the growth. I'll cover a lot of these upfront expenses and let's go. Let's get to work. It's a win-win on both sides. So as long as you can identify the person that's coming on board, the client that's coming on board has that growth opportunity, we'll talk about that in a moment, then you'll have a great opportunity to bring on some great clients. So here's where agency owners succeed. We look for stores that have massive potential, like I was just saying. Stores who are not running ads, stores that are not being updated regularly, meaning the homepage is very static, it's not being updated regularly each month. Stores that are not sending emails regularly, stores that are not integrated with sales channels such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, etc. There's so many of them. And more coming out all the time, and you have to be an expert in the newest thing and blah, 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 blah. It's so annoying as a store owner. Trust me, a huge pain point. So stores that have great products but have low sales, stores that have a good following but have low sales. Another one would be stores that are in a niche that should be making a lot of money but aren't making a lot of money. So yeah, it's a great opportunity. And this is actually why we created StoreFilter, because this is how we find those stores. We sort by sales. We literally have an app that sorts by sales. You can see how much money a company is making or how much money a company is not making. We sort by stores not running ads. So you'll be able to see if they're running ads or not running ads. See if they have the app installed or don't have the app installed to run ads. We identify stores that are not being updated regularly. Our system takes a screenshot of every store every month. So you get to go scroll back and see if it's being updated and see if it's not being updated. So our app takes a screenshot of every store, which is really nice. We identify stores that are not sending emails. Yes, we are collecting emails on every single store that has an email list. And if you find one that doesn't, by the way, let me know and I'll be sure that we get it connected. But we have emails, every single email that's sent from every single store. Right? Super simple, right? So we sort by stores that are not integrated with the sales channels, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google. Like I was explaining, about 700,000 stores have Facebook last time I looked, and about 130,000, I think, have TikTok. But don't quote me on that. It's all inside the data. You just run a search, run a query, and it'll tell you every single store that has it installed or doesn't have it installed. Really easy to see. We identify stores with great products and low sales. So you can identify a niche and then click into the competitors and see who's selling, who's not selling, and say, hey, listen, Kim Kardashian's making, $15 million a month selling, women's shapewear, and you're only doing $5,000 a month or $3,000 a month, whatever. Like, you should be selling a lot more. There's a huge opportunity here. Kim's selling her shapewear at $80 a unit. Yours is comparable and just as good. You're selling it $30 a unit. You should be winning on price. You should be selling more of your inventory, right? So that's one example of how you could win. Just go and look at other shapewear, compare to Kim Kardashian and say, this is what we need to do to scale. Pretty easy, right? identifies stores with good followings and low sales, meaning we have data on every single social media platform that is integrated with that store. So you'll be able to see how much engagement they're getting on each one of the social media platforms as well to identify, hey, they have great organic growth, but their sales are absolutely terrible. You can run a query and find that and then reach out to the stores and say, you should be making a lot more money. All this data is inside of StoreFilter for every single Shopify store. Okay? Like, it's that easy. Like, the data's there. So use the data to win, right? So here's where we step in. We use our data to identify prospective stores. And then StoreFilter has the data on recently launched stores, which those people don't have any of this infrastructure in place. That's a great place to reach out. I think we identified last week 40,000 new stores that just came online. 40,000 potential new clients for you. And trust me, you can't manage 40,000 clients. There's a ton of opportunity in there for every single one of us. And we find those stores who are missing some key components for their sales. We offer those services to fill the void. And then we leverage StoreFilter data to find inspiration of other stores. And then we give that inspiration to the client. We don't necessarily give them the login to StoreFilter to say, hey, go log in and see whatever. Like, we want to be the winner. Like, we don't want StoreFilter to be the hero in this story. We want you to be the hero in this story. So you take some screenshots and give some inspiration and, show the client or prospective client, or once you win the client, you can show them the data and say, hey, listen, here's what our ad should look like. This is what our product should look like. Here's Kim Kardashian's top selling products. Here's their top, most engaged posts. Here are the influencers that are promoting for them that could be promoting for you. Here are their PR links. Here's how they do their ads. Here's everything. Every single thing that you need to run in a successful e-commerce brand is right inside of StoreFilter. So the data is all there just waiting for you. We share those reports and inspiration to win clients and then also help them to grow using the data as well. And then we agree to terms, either a flat rate or a percentage of revenue. I like the percentage of revenue because I find these stores that are doing like $3,000 to $5,000 per month. And I know, like, if I identify the criteria to say, like, I feel confident that I can help them, take them to 100, 200, 300, 400. We took a store to $1 million a month within the first year working with that store. And yeah, it's really crazy when you get paid $100,000 fee for the revenue that you brought in for a store for a single month. And we did that in the first year for a single client. Not to say that's going to happen every single time, or not to say that's going to happen on your first client, but it worked really well for us and we identified that opportunity. And using StoreFilter, we were able to find that opportunity for growth. And then we work on executing for that client. So how do we fulfill without being an expert in everything? Because again, we're the connecting piece. That's why I picked this little thing. You're the connecting piece. You connect the store to the experts, right? So we like Upwork. It's a really good place to find experts. And I'm going to do entire resources that I'll give to you guys of the people that I reach out to. Let's call it a marketplace. And I reach out to those people and they deliver for me every time. So if I need, pixels installed, I use them. If I need the store sped up, I use them. I need a store redesign, I use them. I need photos retouched. I need graphic designers. I need video editors. Every single person I have out there. And we just become really good project managers in executing to fulfill services by having a team of experts that can, execute. And what's really nice is, say the client's like, oh, we need this like this week. You can go to Upwork and post a job and you'll have like 100 proposals of people that are showing you they can do the job for you. So I'm going to show you exactly how we post Upwork, but then also give you a list of all the people that we like to use that you could go directly to them. But again, if they get too busy and so forth, like, hey, I'm backed up on work, there are so many people on that platform who are experts that can do great work for you. So we know that we don't have to be great at everything. When I used to try to be great at everything, like, work wasn't getting done because my time is limited, but there's so many experts out there who can do these things and execute. So that's why we know that we can fill other marketing roles in a store just by using that platform. We became great project managers to execute on a schedule. We maintain that schedule and then we maintain the constant communication with the store owner. It's not like, oh, go and talk to this guy that we connected in Upwork. No, it's all through our account. So we do all the project management, and we are the only one that talks to the client, and we don't have anyone else talk to the client. It's just us. We talk to the client, and then when things need to get done or things are done correctly or so forth or whatever it might be, we are the point person for that. So we stay on top of it. What does that mean in terms of time? Like literally it's a couple hours a day. So it's not like, oh, we're full time just talking to people all this. No, a couple hours a day. You have a couple hours a day to prospect, a couple hours a day to, manage your existing clients. You have a schedule of work that needs to be created. You have a list of people that you need to, catch up with in Upwork that promised that they were going to deliver something. And also another nice thing, people that are offshore, you could give them something at the end of the day or the middle of the day, and then by the time you wake up in the morning, it's already done. So you're literally getting work done while you're sleeping, and then you take the video or whatever it is that was delivered, and then you either execute it or give it to the client and say, hey, is this good? Is this what we were looking for? And they're like, yes, perfect. Or, hey, make these changes. And then you can go ahead and post it up. They'll make the changes. And then the next day, sometimes you can catch them in the morning. So I'll try to get up in the morning and try to, jump on and catch people in the morning before they sign off if they're, in a different country. And then we can get stuff done really quickly. So we have people in our time zone. We have people that work our time zone, people in other time zones and so forth. And then you can jump on and leverage those people based upon what it is that you need to get done. So we stay on top of that. We stay on top of new product drops, new collections. We report back on all the success of our campaigns, and everyone is happy, right? Our monthly plan for our clients. So we plan for holiday promotions at the beginning of each month. All right, what are the holidays that are coming up this month? What do we need to do? We come up with ideas like, Black Friday's coming up, Cyber Monday's coming up. We did one year the 12 days of Christmas. So we dropped a new product for, each of the 12 days of Christmas. So we had to plan that in advance, get the client to have, 12 new products ready to drop for the 12 days of Christmas. And then we executed it with a new product going live in each of the 12 days. We ended up making, I think, $2 million that month. So for the client, and then we got paid 10% on that deal of the revenue for that business. So that was pretty crazy. But point is, so much opportunity. There is so much opportunity out there for you, and you just have to know how to execute on that. So we get creatives made specifically for each promotion, and then we program those emails and SMS to send out. That has the best ROI, so we really like emails and SMS. ROI is return on investment. So like an email software is, for 100,000 users is like $500-600 a month. And then you send that out to those 100,000 previous customers, you end up getting a bunch of sales. That's a really high return on investment. So emails, SMS, that's your highest ROI. And then we go and prospect for the client and find new customers using ads and other affiliate marketing and other things like that, which is really great. And we have an entire course on all the marketing stuff that we do. We program ads each week to keep our creatives fresh. So there will be this ad fatigue. Once we identify the ad fatigue, we'll start taking out some of the ads that aren't performing and load up new ones. We just keep everything fresh, keep it all updated. We set up new products to get ready for launches, and we optimize collections and bundles. We find new software to help with promotions and offers, and we present new ideas to ramp up sales every single month. Like, hey, here's something that I saw was working in another business, and we'll give you some ideas. Also, once you start doing this, you'll have Facebook and Google and TikTok calling you saying like, hey, you're managing an agency. Here are some ideas on how you can improve. So you can take their ideas and actually execute it for your clients, and you're the winner. You're the hero in this. So we're making you into a hero. Then you bill them at the end of each month, either that flat fee or a percentage of revenue, and everyone wins, right? Why is this a massive opportunity? Because one person can easily manage 5 clients per month. You could have probably more people, but we do like full service. So we do everything. Like we'll do emails and SMS and ads for every platform and like literally everything. So we'll manage like 5 clients, but we bill a percentage of the revenue that we're driving because we're managing everything. Like Our fingerprints are on every bit of revenue that's increasing for the brand. So we get paid on a percentage of everything that's increasing for the brand. So if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine. You could have a specific set of things that you do, and then that would be much less time. So perhaps you could work with 30 clients or 40 clients per month, and you could be one person executing that. So it just depends on what it is you're fulfilling. We like being an all-service agency for our clients, so we can justify taking a percentage of all revenue. And they love it, we love it, and everyone's happy, right? So each client can deliver, say, 2K to 100K a month. So, we understand, not everyone's going to make 100K a month for clients. We had one in the first year within first 8 months of working with the client. And that was really cool. And we have freelance experts to do all those tasks. Experts can charge a flat fee, and then we will pay that flat fee. So say like, hey, speed up a website or whatever, or redesign a website, and it's $500, and then we'll end up charging $2,000 for it, and then paying the expert $500 for it. We'll project manage it, and then we made the $1,500 in between. So not all experts you need are full-time, such as a site designer, you don't need them full-time, or somebody that's setting up pixels, you don't need them full-time. You just pay them for a single project, such as the pixel. It's like a 1-week project. We have somebody that does it for like $200. They'll go and set up all the pixels, make sure everything's working, working correctly inside of the business, do all the, coding type stuff. We don't even have to do that. And we just pay the $200 and super happy, and clients happy. And, we'll do like an upfront fee that covers all these setup things that we need to do. Or, setting up the sales channels could be a 1-week project, or redesigning the entire store could be a 2-week project and like $500, something like that. Or if we need to, Photoshop hundreds of images, you can, spec that out to the client to say, hey, here's how much it's going to cost, or, ask the people on Upwork, how much would you charge for this? And they say, all right, well, it's, 200 images, retouched to look nice and, cropped into the right, whatever. They'll charge $300, $400 for that. Then you can charge the client whatever, and then you make that difference. So really nice opportunity there. So how do we find clients? Now, there are 4 ways to find clients, really any client, right? And number 1 is cold outreach to store owners. By far the easiest way to get started. You could just literally start doing it inside of StoreFilter today and just get started reaching out to stores. Really simple. Just log in, just start reaching out to stores. Also, I'm going to be doing an entire video on how to do cold outreach coming up right after this. So definitely we'll talk about cold outreach in specific detail. Actually, probably each one of these slides is going to be talked about in like a lot of detail. So this is kind of the introduction, high level, and we'll drill down from here. Number 2, advertising services to store owners. That's like you setting up your own ads on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and you paying for advertising targeting store owners. So you could export a list and, whatever, or target store owners, or, there are a variety of ways to target through advertising, and you could do that. But again, you're going to have to create a video. You're going to have a landing page. You're going to have an offer. You're going to have to spend money. Cold outreach is typically one of the best ways to get started. Advertising is secondary, but I always like to say, let's do all 4. Let's not just do one. Let's have all 4 going at one time. 2 is organic posts to social media. So create, an Instagram page, create a TikTok page, Facebook page, etc., and create content. Like just talk about StoreFilter, just show screenshots like, hey, if you're selling women's shapewear, here are the top things that Kim Kardashian's doing right now. And then just show on screen and just show what she's doing and just show what her marketing team is doing. She's spending millions and millions and millions of dollars per month to market and learn. You could learn from her just by using StoreFilter, and then attract other shapewear or, apparel brands or women's clothing brands just using organic and using StoreFilter. So it's an amazing opportunity, but yeah, you just got to make some videos about it. And then I'll make a video on each one of these points, by the way. And then number 4 is referrals from others. So you can get referrals from other clients. So once you get a win for a client, like, oh, I got 4 or 5 friends that need this help too, and you can win some of those referrals, or get involved in like business groups. So like you could join a business group and, a networking group or whatever that might be, and find ones that, have a bunch of people that are doing online businesses, get in there and, hey, what is it that you do? Well, I specialize in growing, revenue for brands. Oh, well, what have you done? Well, I took a brand from $3,000 a month to $1 million a month. Okay, let's book a time. Let's talk, right? So, or I have somebody that, definitely, that needs that, right? Like I know someone that needs, help with their brand. They're just struggling and whatever. So, those are the 4 ways to win clients. And the easiest and cheapest way is just getting started with that cold outreach. StoreFilter has 2.6 million leads right now that you could start reaching out to. Obviously, you're not going to reach out to 2.6 million people, but you could drill down using the filters and find who those best stores are for you and reach out to them and say, hey, how would you like to talk about us working together? I noticed that you're not doing Facebook ads. I noticed that, your top competitors are doing Facebook ads. Here are their Facebook ads. Why are we not running Facebook ads? We could do it for you. Oh, you don't have to pay anything. Like, just pay me a percentage of the revenue I bring in, or whatever it is. Like, come up with a deal that makes sense for everyone, and you're on your way to running $1 million agency. All right, so let's break down this $1 million agency. How do we do this? So just starting out, you'll probably not have a $100K a month client. You're probably not going to take 10% or 15% of a revenue on a business and take them to $1 million in the first year. Let's be realistic. That's fine. All right, how can we ramp up to that though? So $85K a month for 12 months is $1 million a year. So you making $85,000 per month. So how much does your client need to make in order to pay you $85,000 for the month? That's the big question. Or how many clients do you need in order to do that? So 4 clients paying 25 grand a month for 12 months is $1 million a year. It's like 120. So also having 8 clients paying 11,000 a month for 12 months is $1 million a year. Or 16 clients paying you $6,000 a month. I'm sure you can do math. It's not hard. Just trying to give you some sort of understanding of what this looks like. 32 clients paying $3,000 a month for 12 months is $1 million a year. You get the point. You can do math. Yeah, I don't know. But I think that helps. I think it helps with the business plan. It helps to understand where we're going to build $1 million a year agency. And you can literally do that as a solo entrepreneur, or you can hire a project manager to manage X amount of clients. You need to define what your services are, how you're going to execute. I like being in all service. You could be in all service, and you could say, hey, we can only work with 5 or maybe 6 clients per project manager. And then you go and start hiring other project managers to work underneath you. That's an opportunity as well. So you need to define how you get there. And, I got there from a single client. So, you can get there from a single client too, but definitely you're going to need to ramp up, and, getting started is the best place to get started, right? So on board 1 new client per week and you're on your way. That's it. So breakdown of $1 million a year agency. It's 100% out there for you. We have a ton of leads and a ton of opportunity. It's all inside StoreFilter. So sign up for our agency plan. Actually, we're running a promotion right now for our beta agency plan. You can jump on board and grab that. And that's going to be running for a couple more months. And now I understand I'm going to have to update this video in a couple of months, but whatever. So jump on board and you can take advantage of this. You're going to get access to all these leads, all the data, everything we talked about, and it's all there for you. So I look forward to seeing you on there. Look forward to seeing you, your success, and telling your success story of using StoreFilter and scaling your agency. And definitely use this as a resource. There's a little button in the corner in StoreFilter. You can pop it up and ask us questions at any time. So more than happy to answer those. So, all right, guys, I want to hear about your successes. So definitely ping me.